All right. Studio one and say yeah. Yeah, I like it. All right, give it up right now, you guys, for Red Light King. Yeah. Kaz and Julian, all the way from the Great White North. From Ontario, Canada, eh? Our engineer, Simon, is from Canada, and he was so excited.
Take off, Simon.
Yeah. He's like, hey,
what, St. Catherine's, correct? Yeah, that's where I was born.
Very cool.
Right.
So, you guys have been kind of road dogging it now, right?
Yeah.
Doing the damn thing, which is very cool to hear. Now, I was doing a little bit of research, and Kaz, you kind of started your whole career as like kind of a solo project, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of different projects. I was a mixed-up kid, so.
Yeah.
Anything to do with music, though. I mean, originally started, I would just go to the bars and hop up with bands.
Yeah. Do you like the coffee shop thing?
Yeah, we had this little village in Hamilton called Hess Village, and there were always monster musicians coming out of there.
Such as?
Oh, well, I mean, Brian Griffith, he's a guitar player, played with Willie Nelson, and Daniel Lanois, was a big producer, produced a lot of big records. Those cats were always hiding out there, and so I was this little kid, and I'd sneak into the bars. And
when did you start playing guitar?
Not till later. It was like 20.
Yeah?
So I was always writing music, and it was a pain in the butt. So finally I said, you know what, and I'm left-handed. So the first guitar I got was the only left-handed guitar they had in the store.
Oh, really? What kind of guitar was it?
It was DeArmond, which is made by Guild. It was the Poor Man's Guild.
Gotcha.
I still have it.
That's cool. But you dabbled in a little bit of hip-hop as well. I mean, you like the rock stuff. Tell us about your kind of your
Well,
influences.
I mean, it was kind of the anti-cool thing to do. You know, it was against the grain. Everyone was
hip-hop back then was awesome.
Well, it was, but at the time, no one was really listening. Everyone was listening to punk and Nine Inch Nails, and
that movement,
which is badass too.
Yeah,
but
totally.
I don't know. Growing up, I never really fit in, but for some reason, that music was speaking to me, and lyrically, you know, they're real poets, and they were talking about struggles and stuff like that, and I could relate to them. So
I saw that you dig Tribe Called Quest, which arguably probably one of the top 3 hip hop records of all time, in my opinion. Midnight Marauders. So, but I mean, that's cool though that you have that texture, and I think
I just for me, the music that we play is it was an evolution as an artist. And as soon as my father listened to a lot of blues, so always had John Lee Hooker and Little Walter and Big Walter and all these real cool, really cool blues records lying around the house.
Right.
Early John Lennon, stuff like that. So I was exposed to some really cool music, and then once you start playing in a band, it's just turn the guitars up.
Right.
I need more guitars, and that's it.
What about you, Julian?
Some
of your influences growing up.
I've been kind of rock through and through ever since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I came up with living in Canada, like coming from the town that I come from, like Rush. They all came from the same town as me, so I grew up. That was kind of my introduction to rock.
Can you believe they're still doing it, dude?
They're still doing it.
Going out on another tour, putting out another record.
It's great.
It's awesome, and they sound better than ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool.
That's cool. He listens to a lot of metal too.
Yeah.
Don't let him kid you, man.
Well, metal's fine. Metal is just fine here at JRR.
I'm a
So yeah, that's our sound. I guess is a bit eclectic of that,
Yeah. How'd you guys meet?
At a gig.
You know what, man? I'll tell you what.
Years ago.
Honestly, Jules, I saw Jules playing. He used to have these long dreads, and he was throwing them around because he loved metal. And anyways,
right?
I still do.
And I'm like, that guy's cool. And so I just signed with Epic in like 2000, and I asked him to be in a band, and he turned me down.
I did
twice.
He's
wow.
Like, I'm doing something else right now.
Yeah. I was a kid, but I didn't know.
Right.
I was like 19, 18
I think his
years
exact
old
words were, "We'll see you at the top, buddy."
That's exactly it.
Little do you know.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I think we'll talk a little bit more about how you persevered in order to get the rights, I guess, to play this song that we're about to hear from Something for the Pain. Something kind of like where we all kind of got exposed to you guys first, especially here on JRR. Started playing Old Man. People dug it. Something a little different. Little different texture like we were talking about.
Yeah, right.
So
my roots there.
I guess we'll talk a little bit more about Neil Young and whatnot coming out after a little Old Man. So what you're going to play first?
Old Man.
Love it. All right, it's Old Man, Red Light King, WJRR.com.
didn't have much, a pair of hard-working hands, everything that I needed, I got it from the old man. With the 9-second dream, we drove the red light bandit, and the grease on his hand was the way he commanded. In the life he demanded, he kept us all in a struggle. When he ruled with his fist, he kept us all out of trouble. Even though he would leave, he wore his heart on his sleeve. By the way that he walked, taught me how to believe. He said, oh man, look at my life. Take a look, take a look. Oh man, look at my life. 'Cause I'm a lot like you. Oh man, take a look at my life. Oh man, take a look at my life. And growing up the track, he had a reason for being fast. His all felt like breaking. Look right up at the ceiling and start again. Never breathe a word of his loss. 'Cause it's not about winning, it's the rivers you cross. And the pain you feel could be the fuel that you use. If you need a direction, be it the path that you choose. My old man is a legend, casting shadows so great. I think about me is watching every move that I make. Oh man, look at my life. Take a look, take a look. Oh man, look at my life. 'Cause I'm a lot like you. Oh man, take a look at my life. Oh man, take a look at my life. 'Cause I'm a lot like you. And now there's no slowing down, there's only setting the pace. No more dreams will be stolen, just the right ones to chase. And you've been through the worst, now you know who to trust. Leaving something behind before the ashes and dust. Oh man, look at my life. Take a look, take a look. Oh man, look at my life. 'Cause I'm a lot like you. Oh man, take a look at my life. Oh man, take a look at my life. 'Cause I'm a lot like you.
Red Light King, Old Man, WJRR.com, off the Something for the Pain record. Now, I was doing some research on you guys. Can you give us a little history on that song and what it really means to you?
Well, I wrote a song. I had a huge falling out with my old man, and I started writing a song called Hardworking Hands. I was in such a dark, place at the time, and I thought, I just wanted to leave him something because I could never really. I don't know how it is with sons and their fathers, but I often find that we have a hard time telling the old man what it's really like.
Everybody has their stuff.
Yeah, so to me it was like we always had a hard time talking, so I put it in the song, and he's that guy in the song, and
Right.
So it's kind of up and downs, and Neil Young, I heard it on the radio coming back from the studio. It was an original song, but for some reason, when I heard that song, and Neil Young was such an influence to me. When I heard that song coming home, I just thought, man, how cool would it be if I snuck in his vocal in there? It would be very haunting, I thought.
Yeah,
and that
no,
led
it
me to
is.
kind of sampling the song. I never really sampled songs before, and I had mixed feelings about doing it because I didn't want it to be sort of a sacrilegious type of thing.
Right.
Neil's an icon, so I thought, what, we'll do it, we'll try it, and I secretly started playing it to people, and they were really excited about it, and it was a heartfelt song, and I just wanted them to hear it, so eventually got him to listen to it, and when he did, he said it was cool, he liked it, he said put it out.
How long did it take you over the process to get in touch with Neil Young's people?
It took a couple months.
Yeah.
And it was very difficult just to get Neil to hear it because everyone was like, nope, you can't do that.
Right.
And no one listened to it.
It's Neil Young.
Yeah, just don't, it's not him. We can't be sampling, and that's cool, and I respect that. And to me, the original song was as heartfelt, so it was okay. We would have put the original on without the sample, but he just before we put the record out, before we heard from his people, he heard the song, he likes it, put it on the record.
So he gave his nice fat stamp of approval on it. Very cool. And now, as far as the name, Red Light King, it's a reference to drag racing, which obviously is close to you, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. So explain that, I guess.
Well, Dad was a race car driver, but not a professional. You know, that was where all his hard-earned money went, into the race car. Mm-hmm. But he was the king of getting red lights. You know, we never won a race, I don't think. Every Sunday we would go home first round. It was real disappointing. It was really disappointing. It was kind of the story of our lives there for a minute. But Red Light came for me. His race car was called Red Light Bandit. That was the name of his race car. It was an old Cuda. And that's what inspired the name. But for me, you know, it's just all the barriers that we face. And as musicians, it's such a changing, tough climate out there that it's just, you got to kind of be persistent and keep going. And we're the kings of, you know, getting up every day and doing it again. Yeah. I don't know if we've finally put a crack in the wall and we're coming through, but it's been a uphill battle for us, but we're happy to be here.
Between Old Man and now the new song that everybody's digging, Bullet in My Hand. Yeah. And you guys have another song coming out, a single, on the Avengers soundtrack.
Yeah.
How did you guys get involved with that? Did they contact you, or how did that work?
Yeah. Blackmail's a funny thing these days. No. Well, you know, we had a relationship with the Marvel guys through our record label.
Really?
And I was originally, I knew about the movie, and this was almost a year ago. And I started bugging them about trying to do a song on the score. And this was before everyone had sort of knew what the movie was going to be and what kind of soundtrack it was going to be. So I was writing songs for the movie, and then I realized
specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I realized we kept writing Comeback over and over again. And we're like, why don't we just give them Comeback? And so we gave them Comeback, and they were really stoked on it. And
so was that song already kind of completed before you started trying to write more? Or?
Yeah, that song was done. Almost a little over a year ago. It was pretty much written, and then we recorded the album a year ago. That's right, because it came out this June, right? Last June. So it was Comeback was done about a year ago. So you know, these things take time, you know. But I'm glad we held out and we got such a big movie, and it's such a cool soundtrack. Like we're huge fans of some of those bands, and
definitely in good company for sure. Are you guys both comic book fans? Are you guys geeks like that, or what?
My older brother introduced me to comics when I was a little kid. He was a big collector.
Right.
I myself didn't get into it as much as he did, but we always had comics laying around the house. He had a box full of old comics and everything. I used to go through them all and read them when I was a kid.
That's cool. Great. Do you guys get into the remakes of all this kind of stuff? Do you guys go watch them and whatnot?
I think we're gonna go watch this one.
Yeah.
I was watching Iron Man last night. Too.
Oh, really?
I was catching up, making sure I got everything in line for the
event.
Just
rushing up.
Exactly.
All right, cool. Well, can we hear the song?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Excellent. And it looks like there's, on your Facebook page, a coupon if people want to go pick up the Avengers soundtrack. At Best Buy, you can save a couple bucks, so check that out. And AvengersAlbum.com is where you can
coupons.
See.
That's the name of the next
Hey,
record.
man, everybody's trying to save cash. I don't care if you're a rock star or not. All right, so this is Comeback, then. Red Light King, WJRR.com.
Many times I've walked the line, I've rolled the dice and questioned my life. Many times I've sacrificed and dealt with the pain. I've been down this road before with the dead ends out, it rains and it pours. I've been down below and it's the price that I paid with. I know how it feels when you have to start again, and now there's no one to save me. I know how it feels when the world is gonna end, but they'll see, yeah. Wanna make a comeback. I'm gonna dig 6 feet up tonight. Wanna get it all back now. Wanna make a comeback this time, yeah. Look into my eyes, you see a graveyard filled with dirt and defeat. Look into my eyes, you see the weight on my soul. Where the fallen angels sleep, where the crooked hearts and the crossroads meet, where the haters say my name in carved stone. Where I know how it feels when you haven't got a friend. I know they're standing beside me. I know how it feels when the world is gonna end. They'll see, yeah. Wanna make a comeback. Wanna Wanna dig 6 feet up tonight. I wanna get it all back now. Wanna make a comeback this time. Come on, risk it all, I'm gonna risk it all. I'm gonna break my back and risk it all. I'm gonna pick my spot, take my shot just to swallow my pride and risk it all. I'm gonna risk it all, yeah, and I won't look back. I'm gonna pick my spot, take my shot, swallow my pride and risk it all. The lights on, the last round. The dark horse keeps on fighting. Wanna make a comeback. Wanna dig 6 feet up tonight. Wanna get it all back now. Wanna make a comeback this time. Yeah. Come on. I'll make a comeback this time. Yeah. I'll make a comeback this time. Yeah.
Come back, Red Light King, here in the RP Funding Acoustic Theater. So that song kind of sums it up, huh? Yeah. Like you said, dig 6 feet up. That's kind of
right. Yeah.
what happened, right?
Pretty much. I mean, might have got a little lucky there too. Had some help, but it happens to all of us sometimes, you know.
Go through. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you can't really have success without there being some sort of, you know, something to motivate you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm always kind of a extreme type of person. I have like an extreme personality. So when my music career kind of lingered and I was fighting for a while, I had a fighting career, and I lost purpose and I lost perspective and touch, and then
Happens.
sort of hit rock bottom. And then I figured, you know what, I'm going to do this music thing all the way. Doesn't matter what happens. Just write great songs, focus on the song, focus on connecting with people and doing what we do. And we started, you know, I've started the project Red Light King, called Jules, played him some demos, and he's like, you need a guy, I'm in. And we went from there.
Were you guys friends? I mean, but way before the whole music thing really took off, you guys always been boys?
Yeah, I mean, that's why. I mean,
Can't stand this
stand
guy.
him. I can't wait to get my own bus.
Yeah, he talks about extreme personality. That's gonna be him for sure.
Right.
No, we've been playing in different bands for like 10, 12 years now, I think.
Yeah.
So music was always kind of a part of our friendship. You know, we're you know, best friends, but obviously we play music together too.
Yeah.
So it's great.
No, that's awesome. Now, I also read that, Kaz, you were on the Juno National Canadian team or something?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So do you still do judo at all?
Just when people talk crap about us.
Right? Is it something that you still like keep up on now? Have you gone back to it at all? You still
No,
practice?
you know, for me, it's like I can't just go like half-ass with something. So like I
Right.
go train and then
It's
I'm
that
right
extreme
back into it.
personality again.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just like, yeah, I'm a little over the top sometimes. So, but you know, I try and, you know, stay in shape and then, but as far as like competing or anything like that, I don't think so. I think
You almost went to the Olympics.
Music is my call. Yeah, it was a lot of work and it was big. It was a huge disappointment. But you know, it's things like that just make for better songs, I think, sometimes. So
Yep.
it's okay. I'm over it. Let's not talk about it anymore.
Yeah. We're over it.
Sensitive issue.
I'm kidding. No,
Let's talk about the Uproar Festival.
Yes.
That's pretty sweet. There hasn't been dates announced for that yet, right?
No, not yet.
Do you know if you're coming to Florida? Can you give us a sneak peek?
I'm sure we are.
Okay. Well, other bands besides Red Light King is Stained, Papa Roach, Adelia's Way, POD, Shinedown, Godsmack. It's quite a hefty lineup. So I hope so for that sake. But have you guys gotten into any trouble with any of the other bands that you've met on the road recently that you can tell us about?
Trouble?
What
kind of
did
trouble?
you hear?
Nothing.
Is there other rumors going around? No,
We've had some discussions.
Yes.
To me, where I'm from, that's
Discussions.
called just talking.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
hey, we're just talking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know,
we-
pranks or anything ridiculous.
No. I mean, yes, but nothing we can really talk about.
We played with POD the other day, and we got to meet all those guys, and they're super cool. So
yeah,
pretty stoked to hang out with them on the road.
Well, that's a nice lineup.
I mean, we're gonna be opening for Slash tonight, man.
Yeah.
How awesome is that?
He was actually in the studio a little earlier.
I mean, we're psyched. We actually we were recording at East West in Los Angeles, and Slash was in there with Miles in the band, and we snuck in.
Bum rush.
We snuck into the control room, so he's laying down at take.
Yeah.
And we're just like chilling, and everyone's kind of like, "Who are these dudes?" But we're like,
no, we're supposed
we're
to
just
be
hanging.
here.
Yeah,
It's okay.
we're here, man. It's cool. Don't worry, we're in studio like G down the outside around the corner, and no. Anyways,
Well, you guys
it was
recorded
awesome.
at TGG Studios, right?
That's right.
That's like a really iconic place.
Yeah, like
Doors.
Hendrix recorded there. Yeah.
Even Neil Young.
Neil Young on the first record.
Yeah.
Half the first record he did there.
How was the vibe there? You guys did all analog stuff?
Ghost-like.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used a mixture. You know, we used a lot of outboard analog gear, tape, a lot of live to the floor stuff.
Right.
And built from there, the old school traditional way.
Right.
But we wanted to be, fresh. We still wanted to sound, current and different because our band's different. So.
I think you achieved that. What do you guys think?
Thanks.
Yeah. Staying relevant is always something that you have to, keep in the back of your mind,
Yeah, but I mean, we always pay tribute to the old school and where we come from, and that's another reason why doing something like the Neil Young track was important for us, just for the kids coming up who don't know Neil or where it all comes from. So, I know a lot of people have come up to us and sort of given us respect for that, and I think we've earned it. And I mean, we're just so excited to be out there with some of these big bands and be amongst our peers now. So it's a really good feeling. We also shot a video for Comeback, and we shot it on 16 mil film.
Cool.
And Kodak was like, "You what? You want?" So they gave us a film because they're like, "Well, this is what we have left.
Right.
No one else
It's all
uses
expired.
this. Yeah, go ahead." And so we went the old school route and shot it on film. So it looks.
Can people check that out on your website?
It's not out yet.
Oh.
But it will be out. Well, we released Comeback, I think, the single in 3 weeks or something like that.
Cool. Sweet. Now, that's the actual Avenger soundtrack is out, though, right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And the movie's out. I think there's still a lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. All right. So, you guys ready to hear some more music? Because I know I'm itching to hear some Bullet in My Hand. You guys do that last one for us?
Absolutely.
Awesome. It's Red Light King here at WJRR.com, the RP Funding Acoustic
Thanks for
Theater.
having us, guys. I got a fast life with a slow cutting knife. I've been drinking out of poison well. No home in a bag of bones and nothing else left to sell. I know why I'm in this hell, I just don't wanna believe. But past that line you just can't tell. But right now there's someone looking out for me. I came out of the darkness with a bullet in my hand. I got one more shot at living. I'm lucky that I can, 'cause I got a little roped up. I really got roped up. Out of the darkness with a bullet in my hand. Got a cold stare, the wound's still there, but there ain't much left to bleed. Short fuse that I still use, I'm my own worst enemy. Stare at the faces I once knew, lined up just to bury me. There's a long black car that's waiting to leave right now. There's someone looking out for me. Out of the darkness with a bullet in my hand. I got one more shot at living. I'm lucky that I can, 'cause I got a little roped up. I really got roped up. I came out of the darkness with a bullet in my hand. I got a little roped up. The bullet in my hand. I really got roped up, the bullet in my hand. Can you see the light? Can you see the light? Can you see the light? I can't see the light, yeah. Someone looking out for me. I came out of the darkness with a bullet in my hand. I got one more shot at living. I'm lucky that I can. 'Cause I got a little roped up. I really got roped up. I came out of the darkness with the bullet in my hand.
Yes. Bullet in my hand, Red Light King in the RP Funny Acoustic Theater. Kaz, Julian, thank you so very much for coming. And there are a few tickets available for the show tonight. You guys are opening for Slash, of course.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show.
You have any idea what time you guys are going on?
8:45.
8:45.
Maybe
All right.
8:46.
Hey, get there at 8 o'clock so you don't miss Red Light King tonight at the Hard Rock. Guys, thank you very much. What's next on the docket for you? Are you writing new music or are you just touring on this record?
We're there. I mean, we got half the next record written. We're psyched on it. But, I mean, we're touring. We're in it till the end of October. We're out right now for another 10 weeks. We get a week off, and then we're on Uproar for 6.5, 7 weeks. So we're out there working, man.
Road dogging. Very nice. All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot. You guys hang tight. You guys do a little pictures with us and stuff like that? Of course. Very cool. Thanks very much. Signing off on the WJRR.com. See you guys. Thanks for joining us.